And where did John of God, this great healer in Brazil, how did he fit into your story or your journey?
Well, I then, got very interested. I ended up changing my life completely and started teaching. And I started teaching Reiki. I got more into Reiki, and I started doing healings. And I would find that when I would do my Reiki sessions, or I demonstrate to people, I could touch them and I could sense. I would actually feel it in my body.
Wow.
So even as they would talk to me, they'd come up, I'd say, "Oh, you got something in your right shoulder," and I would actually feel it in my shoulder. And I felt that I could put my hands on them and I could connect with spirit, and somehow they would receive a healing. Not like I was passing them an energy, but like I was helping them somehow to clear off energy.
Yes.
And that they would get a healing. So I was doing this, and I think I've been doing this maybe 5 or 6 years, and then I heard about this guy, John of God, and I thought,
he's called Juan Dios?
João de Dias is
is the
Portuguese name.
right.
João is John, de Dias, of God.
God.
And João is named when he's not incorporated with spirit, he's known as John.
Okay.
And then he actually incorporates spirits into his body, and he's known as John of God.
Right. I did see John of God, for people who want to know, and he was at Brazil, at Omega.
Yeah.
He came up from Brazil, and at the first, there were hundreds of people there, and everyone goes in front of him, and you shake his hand. I didn't feel anything then. I sit in my current. So I sat in this current, and I started to feel buzzing. Oh my God. And the clarity of my thoughts, and it was like everything was cohesive. Everything in my body, I started to feel the current running through my body. And I've been to lots of people doing healing and energy. That was the most powerful, concrete, visceral experience I've had. And body and mind were attuned. And so, yeah.
Well, I'll share something.
Yeah, tell
in a
me,
minute.
yes.
So I'd heard about this guy, and
Yes.
I thought, well, I'd like to go. I'm thinking, oh, I could go and help as a healer or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I had no idea, and but I didn't have any kind of illness. Didn't really have a reason to go, but I ended up going anyway.
And lots of people don't have to have an illness or anything concrete. I mean, some people do, but some people don't.
Well, that's what I found out. I mean, as soon as I got there, I started talking to people, and I'd say, well, why are you here? And they'd say, well, I had cancer, but now it's gone. But that was years ago, and now I come back. And I'm like, well, why do you come back if you're healed? And they say, oh, you don't understand. It's kind of an energy connection. When you get that healing, it's not just about what physically went away. It opens up your world. It opens up your life. You feel so much connected, and you want to come back, just to kind of get more in tune and feel
yes,
it.
you do feel good. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So
I could feel the spirits around me as soon as I got
wait.
there.
So you decide to go visit John of God.
So I arrive in this little
How long
town.
ago? How many years ago was that?
This is only about 1.5 years, 2 years ago.
Only 2.5 years ago. Oh, because now you're such
Yeah.
a devotee.
Well, I had so many experiences. I ended up writing a book about him.
Yes.
And doing a documentary DVD.
That's right.
And now, of course, I'm involved in bringing him to Canada.
Oh, yes, I do want to tell people John of God will be in Toronto on
March 15th, 16th, and 17th.
And if they want to go, what do they do?
JohnofGodLive.com, and that's where you can get tickets and all the information.
JohnofGodLive.com, and it's a chance to see one of the truly great masters, healers of our day. Truly, truly.
It's amazing because I don't think there's anybody else like this on the planet right now, and I don't know how much longer he's going to be able to do this or to travel.
Because I want to say also, though, he's a channel, and all these beings that live or exist on these higher levels use his body to bring this healing energy through.
Well,
right?
he's actually a trance medium.
Okay.
Right? So that means he actually leaves his body. He says he goes to sleep and can't remember anything. And the spirits incorporate. They actually come inside him. So when you go up to see John of God, you're not actually seeing the person John. You're actually seeing a spirit.
Right.
And this could be Dr. Augusto or Dominacio or even King Solomon. But these are very, very powerful spirits. And then within his building, there are thousands of spirits.
Thousands of spirits.
Working on you. So I arrived there, and I'm thinking, oh, I can maybe help out with something. I'm a medium healer. And it's like, yeah, you can leave your ego at the door. I'm like feeling like this big. Here is this, spirit, this great incorporated spirit. So maybe I have a little intuition, but I have a lot to learn. And you go in front of him, and you hold in your mind, or you write down what it is that you'd like for healing. And you can say, well, I'd like, my knee fixed, or I have this lump or this problem. But you can also say things like emotional things, or I have a problem with my relationship, or even finances. And I think when you go in front of him, I think one time I went in front of him and I was asking about a business question.
Mm-hmm.
And I took my business brochure and I said, can I have some help with this? And he went, yeah, I'll help you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really kind of disappointed. You know, you're expecting to, you know, touch you, heal you, do something, read you, tell you what's going to happen, right? And he said, go sit in my little recovery room. So there's a little surgery room, you sit in there.
Psychic surgery,
psychic
surgery. They say these guides do etheric surgery on you, and you are exhausted after one of these procedures. But anyway.
They do these spiritual interventions.
Yes.
So most of the time when you walk up in front of him, just the energy, they can heal you. They read your energy and they fix whatever it is that you're asking for. They kind of alter that energy.
So you went to the recovery room.
And I was there, you know, 2 minutes and just a little closing prayer. And I'm sitting there and honestly I'm thinking, well, I didn't really get an answer, did I? You know, and I'm totally in my mind thinking about my business and my question. And all of a sudden it was like this feeling came over me, like this white light came down, this amazing loving feeling came over me. And I heard this voice, and not like mediumship, but like a guy's actually standing there, because, you know, I've got my eyes closed like this. And I heard this voice and it said, but what is your higher purpose? Meaning, why do you care about all that stuff? This is what it's about. This is where it's at. This connection. This is what you should strive for. And I was just sobbing and sobbing. It was so beautiful. You were,
because that was like a
overwhelming
and a revelation for you. Like suddenly you were connected to your true spiritual path.
It was like, yeah, like I was suddenly on my soul purpose, and I could see it all. I could see the meaning of life. And I said, wow, I want to share this with people. And the voice came back and said, so be it. And I know it sounds really corny, but I feel like that was the one time I actually spoke with God.
I believe you. No, it's beautiful.
And I hear people all the time will say they had these, this kind of opening, this kind of feeling when they're there. So when I came back, I had this little spiritual group. I used to teach on a Monday night, and I said, oh, this Monday night I just got back from John of God, and I'm going to be showing some photos. Sent out the email. No big deal. 5 minutes later, this woman calls up and says, what was in your email? I opened your email and it was like this white light came down and I felt this amazing feeling. And then my hand that's been bothering me for years, I got this warm feeling in my wrist and now my wrist is fine.
Beautiful.
A few minutes later I get emails saying, oh, what happened? I opened your email and I felt this warm feeling. So that night, normally I'd have like 30 people show up at my house. That night about 130 people show up at my house. And they're all saying the same thing. I don't know, I opened the email. Didn't you? I felt this white light. Oh, my back's working and my knee's working.
Wow.
And I said, I really don't know what's going on, but I think it's that the spirits want to work with people and just that connection, just that they're just putting it out there that, wow, I'm interested in seeing this guy, John of God, I'm interested in a healing. And somehow they just got it like that instantly.
So your work is really then to deliver this message of John of God's healing. Is that what you say?
I wouldn't say I really, you know, it's not, people say, well, do you work for John of God? Are you his apprentice? I'm not, I mean, he doesn't have, it's not like a cult you can join. He doesn't teach people. I feel like, you know, you go and you have your own experience.
Right.
You know, and I'm a medium and a healer, and I still teach Reiki, and I do that. But I like to incorporate all of it.
How many times have you been back then to the casa?
I take groups, and I think I've been about 10 times in the last year and a half.
Really?